Hello friends, welcome to Learn English with Carol. Our today's topic is from mindless scrolling to meaningful reading. If we see these days, there has been a decline in reading, and there has been in news that there is crisis of reading. So now let's try to dive in why is it happening. Definitely one major reason is the digital media. Why are people allude to this digital media? It's because engineers tailor the algorithms to serve content according to your choice. How interesting, right? And that's why you feel like, oh no, this is related to me. Okay, you get so flowed away with this media that you don't feel that you're actually wasting time. Even if we see the contents also are in different forms, from short videos to podcast, according to your need. So if you are a person who loves short videos, you will definitely get a lot of them, which serve no purpose. Definitely visuals are something that are appealing. You can even memorize it quickly. But imagine when you are consuming loads of information every day, if you are wasting around 3 to 4 hours just consuming content, what would you hardly remember? And because of this exhaustive consumption, our emotions are getting flooded and we are not able to express ourselves in a better way. Whenever we are lonely, whenever we are depressed, whatever, we run to social media. Again, we look at it, maybe we watch humorous or maybe we watch contents that are quite related towards, okay, and we again flow in the emotions. So for time being, we feel good. But again, when we keep our mobile aside, we feel drained out and we have no energy to do anything else. And that's why we actually waste our lives. So here is an humble appeal to each one of us that we should start investing our time in a better way. And reading is one such way. It is definitely having numerous benefits that can help you sharpen your mind, your perception, and as well as transform your life. So how are you going to do it? There would be some people who might say that no, I'm not so interested in reading. There are some people who might say that, oh, I'm new to this. I've never read. Okay, will I be able to read? There would be some who might say that, yes, I loved reading in my childhood. But then, because of social media, I gave it a break. And to relate to this, I'm also one of them. In my early childhood, I was introduced to books and I felt pleasure reading them. But with the advent of technology, I was also accustomed to scrolling. I felt so good watching, content after content. If it's humorous, I would laugh at it. Yes, if it's something that's related to me, I would feel a bit of comparison. I would feel that how do I relate it with my life? And this way I got flown away with technology. And I became so addicted that my life was stressed. I felt, oh, I'm good for nothing. I don't know from where this comparison came. Because before technology, I felt I was one of the brilliant person. And entering into scrolling, I was not able to feel like that. I felt drained out. I felt that, oh, see, this person is receiving so many awards, okay, at such an early age. And I've been at an age where I need to earn a good sum. I'm struggling. So this comparison, instead of helping me to work on myself, starting making me feeling depressed. I started avoid, going outside. I felt not to meet anyone. So I was feeling so irritated, frustrated with my life. and boom, okay, an incident happened which probably changed my life. I realized that, consuming a lot of thoughts is probably having an impact on my life. That's when I realized that if we need some information, definitely going to the internet would help. But relying on it 24 by 7 is definitely going to distract you from your life. So, if you are one who is passionate and who wants to achieve your dreams, make sure you limit your screen time and start investing your time in reading. Now, why do I say reading in particular? Is because there are so many genres of books available. Okay, you'll be fascinated by the way the people write. Now, it's not only that it will help you increase your attention span, but you will understand how to focus in your life. There are a lot of books which give you an idea of what is important in life. There are a lot of books that talk about mindset reset. Okay, so we need to shift our mindset. We need to understand what is important in our lives. If we give emphasis to that, definitely our life is more rewarding than the scrolls that you do. So make sure you start investing in reading. Now let me dive in the benefits of reading. The first thing is lot of us want to be good communicators. Okay, definitely if you are here, I would guess that you want to be a pro at English. So then what should you do? Start reading some books. Now if you are at a basic level, I would recommend you to start with story books. Start with simple stories. It could be Aesop fables, or it could be any stories by Sudha Murthy. Simple stories that you can understand. So read that story, try to understand. Now you will say that, oh, I did understand, but when it comes to explaining, I'm not able to do that. Okay, so it might happen for some time. But if you do it every day, you're definitely going to improve your speaking skills as well. So start reading something that you can understand. It should not be something that's difficult to comprehend. Start with easy context and gradually move. So this way you are getting familiar with the words, the texts that have been used, and you're going to improve yourself. The next thing that's important is reading comprehension and clarity. Now, as I said, when you're reading, you're also getting used to the sentence structures. Okay, the word patterns, how probably the person organized his or her ideas. So this way you can understand the context, as well as you'll be able to understand in what way phrasal verbs, idioms are being used. And this way you can also be familiar, and automatically you are definitely going to use that in your communication. So if you see, most of the people who read books are definitely going to be good at speaking. So this is really important. Coming to the next thing that you will actually be is you'll be emotionally resonant and empathetic. Now why do I say that? Is because there are different genres of books. So when you choose, there would be some people who might love reading thriller, some probably love reading autobiographies. So depending on your taste, you are reading that and you're trying to understand people around the globe, their thought process, how they deal with situations. And this way you will also have an idea of how you will be good at your taste. You'll also have concern or be empathetic to people around you, because you'll understand how to behave. You'll get to understand how the author is probably dealing with his life, how he's dealing with people around him, and it will give you an idea. The next thing that you'll be aware of is cultural awareness. If you see, there are people who are orthodox and who might probably fight about religion. But if you see people who are readers, they accept people around the globe. They are able to understand that every people or every, you could say, community is different. Okay, and the way, the lifestyle that they live and how they behave is different. And they are able to understand them and also aware about their culture. So this way they are definitely going to be good with people around. Now, when it comes to one of such personality whom I would probably love to talk about is Swami Vivekananda. We all have heard about him, right? Why do we respect him so much? Because of his spiritual awakening, his universal acceptance, as well as his respect for interfaith. During his time, when there was so much of chaos around, he was a person who was spiritually awakened. Why did it happen? Definitely because of the books. If we know him that he was a voracious reader and he had read varied text. It could be the Eastern scriptures like the Vedas, Upanishads and Bhagavad Gita, or it could be the Western philosophies. He had even read science and literature books. So having amount of information made him way ahead of the people around him. Coming to why was he well known? Because of the way he addressed people in the Parliament of World Religion. He actually started his speech by saying, ladies, not ladies, did he? No. He said, brothers and sisters of America. And he connected with the audience. And for that sentence, he actually received a standing ovation. And how wonderful it is, right? A person from India representing, been applauded for his way of connecting with the people in the foreign country. Swami Vivekananda was also known, for telling what he has read line by line. He could astonish the scholars by the in-depth and recall that he had when he talked about books. So, now if you also want to increase your attention, be proficient in whatever language that you want to be, then work on your reading skills. And by reading, definitely you can do wonders. So, do let me know what is your reading habit that you want to inculcate in yourself. And do comment. Stay tuned to this channel for more such videos. Thank you.